Hello everyone, my name is Sahil and I'm a real estate consultant, and today I bring you an interesting case study of Mumbai and Gurugram. So recently Gurugram passed Mumbai as all other cities in our country with highest average value of flat which is sold. In Gurugram is like 4 crore, which is the average value of flats, whereas second number was Noida, which was average value was 2.3 crores, and in Mumbai that's the average value is 2 crores. Pune is still at the last with average value of 0.7 cr, 70 lakhs average value of house. So you can imagine how big potential Pune has. So coming back to Mumbai and Gurgaon. So suddenly Gurgaon has somehow came above Mumbai in terms of property value, whereas Mumbai is one of the OG city which actually became city, like number one city of our country, we can say that. Mumbai became a city 40 years ago and maybe more than that, and Gurgaon just came into existence, like in terms of considering a big city or a metro city, around like 20 years ago. And suddenly now you can see Gurgaon is crossing Mumbai in terms of property valuation. So how does this came to be and how did it happen? So I have a couple of interesting points for you: personal observation, personal research, a case study which I am presenting. So Mumbai is the financial capital, and we have Bollywood there. There are multiple more companies, ITs and everything, media, we have a lot of things. But the point which actually Mumbai really, which is being, discouraging people, younger generation to come to Mumbai, is that the rents are not making sense to people. If they want to live closer to their offices, the rents are so high that people working there, people who are not from finance or they have a degree of a big college or either IIT, IIMs, and not extremely, people with high packages, jobs and high packages, either it's software or finance or, big IITs, IIMs, these kind of people. Rest of the people who are coming, or the younger audience which is coming to Mumbai, is finding extremely hard to survive. Either they have to pay extremely high rent, which will cost them, 50-60% of their salary, or 70% if they want to live in a decent sized flat of their salary as a rent, or they have to compromise and live in shared housing, sharing house with 6-7 people. That kind of there is no privacy for poor, not poor exactly, but the people who are just came into the job market. So the quality of life for newer, younger generation is not there in Mumbai. Either they can pay high rent and live peacefully, or they have to, live outer of Mumbai, which is like 2.5 hours of travel. Either it's by public transport or by, a personal vehicle. So the traffic is hard. They are finding it quite struggling, and that struggle doesn't make sense to them because they have alternate options now, which is Gurgaon, Bangalore, Pune, Hyderabad, etc., which was not available before. So what went wrong for Mumbai was the quality of life for younger audience who are not earning that. They have just started or in couple of years of their job or working journey and not able to afford a lifestyle. They're not able to live. They are just surviving there. And one of the reason which Mumbai is like notoriously famous is the crowd. I mean, it is extremely overcrowded, and I mean, they see that in when they are traveling in their local or traveling, I mean, not local, by public transport, or when they are going to get I mean, living in a shared space, it's extremely crowded. The sizes of houses are extremely small, which they are not used to, as anyone coming from tier 2, tier 3 cities, or even in fact from villages, they are not used to living in very confined spaces, and suddenly they have to live like this. They're not able to adapt it. This has caused a lot of problem for people to not select Mumbai. The people who already, I mean, they were born in Mumbai, born and brought up in Mumbai, or are second generation or third generation Mumbaikas now. Originally, their parents from another part of our country now, but their children and their children are Mumbai. I mean, from Mumbai now. So those kind of people are still there because they own a house and their parents own a house, and they don't have to worry about that. So they have a lot of employment opportunity in Mumbai, but that's, I mean, that's their balance. But for anyone coming outside is not finding that luxury of a big city. So this is one of the reason which has, you know, persuaded our younger audience to explore other cities. Now Gurugram does it very well. Gurugram is providing an extremely high quality of life, and comparatively the rents in Gurugram are cheap. It's not that congested. It's still, the rents compared to Mumbai are extremely cheap. Rental yield in Gurugram is low. Pune gives higher rental yield than Gurugram, so you can imagine. So property prices are extremely high in Gurugram. I mean, more than Mumbai, but rent are still fairly low. Especially for the younger audience which don't want to live in the top most poshest areas. They have options. One thing Mumbai does very well compared to Gurugram is the affordability of travel. Mumbai has almost all the alternative transport method available. Either it's your local metro, auto rickshaws, or your taxis. They have all the alternate modes of transport. Gurugram don't have that, but the road infrastructure of Gurugram is quite, I mean, it's phenomenal. Just because of Delhi, the infrastructure of NCR is, in terms of road network, is quite well. The maintenance and the quality of road is still higher. So there is somewhat a balance there. So people who are living in Mumbai have the opportunity of traveling cheap. Food is fairly cheap, not expensive, not extremely expensive. You can afford food in cheap rates. Travel is cheap, but the quality of life is not there. These are the basic things which is needed to survive. But the rents are extremely high, and because of those rent, they have no social life. So going out, enjoying with your friends in a nice restaurant or a pub or a bar or anything, they don't get that thing. But whereas in Gurugram, the number one reason why Gurugram is preferred mostly by younger crowd is how cheap is the alcohol there. This is one of the major reason, because these kind of things give them the opportunity to have a social, somewhat happening life where they can live and spend and enjoy, because their majority of money is not going in rent or travel. I mean, rent. They can save the money and they can enjoy their life. So this attracts a lot of younger crowd towards these. So in comparison, the pay in Mumbai is high for younger people in some of the cases, not every cases, but the expenses are extremely high. So that's how it's not making sense. So couple of things which I can suggest for Maharashtra or Mumbai to do to, decrease this stress on the younger audience or the younger generation which want to migrate to Mumbai but are not able to sustain there, is focusing on the alternative, the exterior of Mumbai, which is Kalyan, Palvel, Dombivli, Thane. These places have extremely high potential. The quality of life is there, the infrastructure in terms of road and alternative transport is there, and rents are fairly low compared to the center of the city. And I mean, people are still living there, but the problem is that they have to travel to Mumbai on a daily basis, which takes majority of their time. Either it's local or metro or anything. It's taking majority of the time. If Mumbai, all the other organizations which are not able to pay extremely high salaries move their offices from center of the Mumbai to these outer area, then this issue can be resolved very easily. If organization plans to move to areas where rental is fairly cheap for their employees to live, then they can attract a lot of audience, a lot of talent from all over India, because Mumbai is still one of the oldest rich boys club. I mean, all the top businessmen, actors, actresses, all the top influential people in terms of your political, social, they are there in Mumbai. So it's the original Rich Boys Club, and Gurgaon is the next gen Rich Boys Club. So these DLF's three projects, Camellias, Dahlias, and Mongolias, they are seeing so much success just because of NRIs and rich boys, the people who owns a lot of businesses, or the extremely rich category. No younger audience is going there to buy or that. That is only because of this. But that same kind, I mean, there are more millionaires, billionaires in Mumbai. But neglecting our younger audience, younger generation is what Mumbai is facing as a struggle, which is, declining the property prices, and, the sale, there is a transaction going on, but it's limited. And Gurgaon is beating Mumbai in terms of that. So the supply in both the areas are fairly limited. But the potential Mumbai has in its outer areas is phenomenal. And if focused on that in the right direction, in right way, it can definitely overcome and become the best city of our country. Dream destination of everyone in maybe next 10 years, back on their track. So one more point before ending this video. As I said, the average value of house sold 4 crore, and Gurgaon was 4 and Mumbai was 2. Noida came in 2.3. Just to be sure, just to give you a clarification about that also, Noida is 2.3 CR as average value because the people who are not able to afford in Gurugram are buying in Noida. So it's not that Noida is doing well. No, it's not that. The economic activity in Noida is still not there. Noida has not beaten Mumbai and will never ever beat Mumbai. It's just the people who have a budget of 1 to somewhat 3 CR. The people who have budget of 3 CR, they are not poor, or they are not, they are well equipped to buy a house. It's just Gurugram is becoming so overpriced in terms of housing, in terms of they have created that atmosphere of rich boys club is so high that people who cannot afford, they have a lot of budget but they cannot afford in Gurugram, are moving to Noida. That's the only reason Gurugram is seeing, Noida is seeing such high property prices. Other than that, there is nothing which can justify this. And the people generally who cannot afford these, high extreme or property price, generally traveling from Greater Noida, Greater Noida West, are traveling to Gurugram, and that is the drawback for them. This is one of the major concern for Gurugram also, which even though the road infrastructure is quite nice, but the travel time is there and it is a toll. But still, not a lot of option we have. So this is how things work. Traffic problem is all in all of the cities. We cannot do anything about. So people are not, they can go to any city, they're gonna find traffic problem. So that's why they have left the traffic problem. But this affordable rents and these can be considered, and the quality of life for younger audience can be considered. So this is it for this video. I hope you like this observation, my case study. Please do share your thoughts and any opinions you have in the comment section. I'll be happy to learn more about the insight you have to share. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.